Good evening, Hermit Bob here. Make sure my microphone's on. There it is. Hope you can hear me. Um, I'm coming to you from Hermit Bob's Dragonfly Garden Bistro in our office. So you got a calendar and a fan, some junk. It's an office. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the two movies I've watched over the past 2 days. I usually watch at least one movie a day, and if I don't, it's I usually watch some sort of a detective show. A lot of British detective shows. Not a whole lot of American detective shows I've gotten into. I don't know. I can't think of the last one. I watch a lot of old Columbos. Oh, a lot of old monks. I love those. And then the Mentalist. Oh, love those. Anyway, but normally I like to watch a movie because there are so many movies, not just out now, but out years ago that I never saw. And some I saw that I don't remember. They're fun. Anyway, I got to straighten out my hat there. What was I going to talk about? Oh, the two I saw. They're both starred Pierce Bronson. Yeah, and he used to be James Bond, I think. Anyway, maybe was he on Moonlighting? Was that the name of the show he was on? Was that Bruce Will? I can't remember. I can't. It's not old age. I can't. I couldn't remember when it was going on. Anyway, the movies I watched were one from 2014. It was called The November Man. Oh man, was that a good movie? That got me into the hypnotized state, and I've talked about it before. But there's, I saw this hypnotist, or this he's a like a psychology doctor, and he's studied hypnotism. And he explained hypnotism is basically like when you watch a movie and you're so into it that you just freeze and you're just floating. You're like become part of the movie. Um, and anyway, I'm mesmerized by that. That movie is great. It was one of those CIA spies, Russians. It was just had everything in it. It was just it's blood and guts. Hope you can take that. It's a good movie. The other one I watched, Pierce Bronson, was from 2023, and it was called The Last Rifleman. And this could have had that mesmerizing thing going, but the mesmerizing thing, it would go on and off throughout the movie how fascinating it was. But when you get some strong emotion, like in a comedy, you might get a little bit mesmerized. You'd be laughing so hard, like when you watch Animal House, you didn't really get mesmerized, but you sure had a good time. Or in a scary movie like I can't think of one. I don't watch too many scary movies, but you get shook up, and so you come back to reality. But when you're mesmerized, you're just sitting there. You don't eat, you don't think, you don't go to the bathroom. You just stare at the movie. So anyway, this one was close to that, but it did get me choked up. So, and he plays a 92-year-old man, and he looks very much like a 92-year-old man in great makeup. But this guy's in a rest home, and he hears about a reunion of the next D-Day of the December 6th of the year that it was made, probably, or no, probably 2019. Do the math. Anyway, it was the 75th anniversary of D-Day coming up, and he got notice that there was going to be a reunion, and he wanted to go see his fellow soldiers at that reunion, and they wouldn't let him leave the nursing home because of all his medical issues, and it just it was kind of heartbreaking. But then he broke out. he he snuck out, and the journey over there was hilarious and funny and tear jerking. And then when he gets there, it's just amazing. It was an amazing movie. And the one thing about it is that I really got out of it was something I'd never gotten out of a D-Day movie before, and I've seen lots of them. And that's the fact that that he really demonstrated what a returning veteran going to the Normandy cemeteries and seeing your fellow man and your fellow fallen men that have been gone for like 65 years or however long it was, 75 years. And that emotion, I've never seen it demonstrated of what those guys would feel like when they're doing it. I've seen a lot of movies where the guys are visiting, they got some flowers and stuff. I've never put it together how emotional it could be. And it choked me up. And he did a great job, just a great job. And then another thing about that movie is I always watch the titles or the credits at the end of the movie. It's a habit I picked up from when I used to go to movie theaters. Uh, I just couldn't stand being a whole bunch of people crowding me in. I just, got this hermit thing going on. And so I didn't want to go leave at the same time. So I just started watching credits. And there's always something in the credits that's interesting. You find out who was singing the song, the title song, or who wrote the song. You can find out where it was filmed. You can find out so many things. And it's just fun to sit there and relax after, especially if it's a good movie. I just like to waller in it. But anyway, if you think the credits are starting and you watch this movie, Last Rifleman, you think the credits are starting, and get up and leave, you're going to miss one of the best endings of a movie I've ever seen. So that's all I got. Talk to you next time. Bye.